Hey everybody, this is Matt Poulin from the Total Martial Arts Center. I just kind of realized I haven't done a video in a while. So I'm here today, I gotta do some things. I decided I'm gonna show you my pad collection. As a mitt man, my pads are super important to me. So I'm gonna show you my tools of the trade. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with some of my focus mitts. So these ones here are my newest ones, my micro air mitts from Combat Corner. I use these mostly for my private lessons and my the pro fighters. I really like these new ones here. I like micro mitts in general because I have smaller hands, but I really recommend these ones here. Just in general, Combat Corner is probably one of the top trainer gloves, training pads. They're like the top right now. They're like #1. And now, same token, my Combat Corner air mitts. So these ones have quite the use on them now. Where is it? A couple of these handles are just about to fall off, but these ones here, I really like these for when I'm working with bigger guys. Sometimes I float between 150 and 160. So sometimes when I work with the guys who are 200 pounds, my arms get destroyed. So I really like these air mitts. So I recommend these also. Pretty much everything I have here I recommend since I use all the time, but I probably have another bin full of these mitts that I don't use anymore. All right, so these ones here. These ones are my Kimura Pro editions, so the platinum. Can't remember which boxer designed them, but maybe it was Sid but anyway. These have a lot of use because these are just my general pads I work with everybody. Like they're almost totally flatted now, but I've had these for maybe 3 years. I really like these as a general pad. I was thinking about bringing these in just for the pad wall so everyone in the classes could use this style here, but unfortunately they don't make these ones anymore. I think they're a limited edition. Okay, so next up, my old school micro mitts. Check these guys out. I've had these probably going on, I've been here for 6 years, before that 5 years, 11. I've had these probably going on 12, 13 years, and look at them, they look still pretty new. A lot of the old school Timmins fighters, we're all trained on these mitts, like Prout, Monjon, stuff like that. All the old school guys. There's a lot of stories on these mitts. I brought them all around the world with me. I love these things. These are just easy to fit into a bag, and you're ready to go. And I like it for elbow work. Okay, so now is the newer style pads. So my paddles. These ones here, I kind of just got these just to try a paddle out. And I fell in love with them after I just used them once. So I really like these because for someone like me who's been holding mitts for about 20 years, my shoulders and my elbows are done. So these things really help take the stress off. I don't use these as much as my newer ones, but I like these ones. All right, these here are my new favorite ones. I use them a little bit different. Like I don't hold them from the red like this. I cock up a little bit and hold it like that. I love these mitts. Me and Terry, we have good flows. We have good hits. I really like this. So I really recommend anyone, if you can, pick up these Kimura paddles. Amazing. I love them. Okay, well, that one's my old one. I used to like these. These were a custom for my hands, but I was missing the other one. All right, now our power. So what these are for is like single shots. My brother just restrained it for me. But these here for like your hard uppercuts, crosses, hooks. We even do knees and some low kicks on these things here. I think everyone needs at least 1 or 2 of these in the gym. Great. All right, so next, my Thai pads. So these are my newer set of Thai pads. They're a little bit smaller, a little bit more compact, so a little bit harder too. And I only use these for my private lessons. And they have a single strap. I'm a really big fan of single strap Thai pads. They're not as bulky for me, and it's easy to move, and we can get a lot of technical work, but yet still some power on these ones, okay? Now, my go-to Thai pads, the Combat Corners, made in Thailand series. Super good quality. Recommend these a lot. The only thing I don't like is just like the double strap, but most of the time I just put my arm through here and I grab here. So these are great. They're nice and thick. They're a little bit bulky, but for me, when I go with the bigger guys, it's a It saves everything in my body, saves everything like that. Okay, so now we go to my belly pad. So just like those thigh pads, it's the same one in the series. I only use this one for my private lessons, more technical work. Not a lot of big power shots. As you can see, the padding is not super thick on this one, so I use it only once in a while. But this one here, my Fairtex Belly Pad. This is probably the best belly pad I've ever used, ever seen. It's just amazing. Just the thickness of the pad. I can take big shots and not really feel it. When I do pad work with anyone, I'm the kind of guy that I always wear a belly pad. It's just my condition. I have like a stomach condition, so it makes me feel a little bit safer and it helps me absorb some blows. This one is much needed in everyone's arsenal. Every coach should have a Fairtex belly pad. All right, my last ones for my collection, my thigh pads. So a lot of people like laugh at me when I used to show up at the different events with these ones here, but they're small, they're not very thick, but they're very good for just technical work and just getting a good flow. You'd be surprised what you could take on these ones here once you get used to it. I just added my old belt to it because the buckle itself wasn't very good, but I love the leg pads. And now my newer leg pads, my Fairtex models. I actually got these from Crew Dave Crawley from down south. These were like Simon Marcus's. He would destroy Crew Dave's legs with these and just hit as hard as he can. So what happens is now we have the focus mitts, we have paddles, we have the power bag, we have the thigh pads, the belly pad, and the thigh pads. So what happens is you just gotta kind of pick and choose the models you guys like, and then you kind of make your own ensembles and everything like that. But I like mixing and matching all the time, depending who I'm working with. And yeah, so those were just some of my pads. I probably have another 2-3 bundles of these somewhere hidden, but these are the ones I use the most. So if you have any questions about this, or you want to have want me to show any technical routines on them, let me know, and I'll go from there. Thank you very much.